Hi, Keith Hafner here. Got a couple questions from parents I thought I'd take the time to answer and share the answers with everybody. One mother writes, I have to ask my kids over and over and over to do things. What do I do about that? Well, guess what? There's a reason that you have to ask them over and over and over. And that's because you have trained them to do so. And they have gotten accustomed to the fact that you will ask them over and over and over before anything happens. Consider that it could be otherwise, that it could be so that you just ask them one time and boom, they do it. It would take some training to get them to do that. And it's a lot like the training that you use to get them so that it takes many requests before they do it. You know, when modifying behavior, it all comes down to actions and consequences. And what you've done is that you've trained your kids so that there are no consequences, or maybe there are no consequences until they've got like 15 chances to comply. And that's all you have to do, is to start to tweak that. You have to sit them down and say, hey guys, I'm at fault here because I've allowed you to disregard the things that I've asked you to do. But we've got a new deal now, and I'm going to ask you once, and maybe in the beginning, when we're training this, I'll remind you a second time, but then our new program is that when I ask you something the first time, I expect you to do it, or there will be consequences. It's pretty easy. Another parent writes, how do I explain to my 6-year-old son that I have to work overtime sometimes? You know, if your 6-year-old is old enough to ask the questions about where you are and what you're doing, I think he or she is old enough to sort of be in the dialogue, in the conversation about what it takes to keep the family going, what kinds of responsibilities your particular job has, what kind of demands it places on you, and what your approach is, that you are sometimes going to be working overtime, but that you have placed limits on that. You're not going to be working all the time, but that a reasonable amount of overtime is going to come your way, and that you need to take advantage of that to keep things flowing smoothly in the household. Sit them down, explain it to them.